One of the big mistakes Chuck made tonight was to ask a retired attorney to say a few words. You would think he would have learned by now. But before I digress, I think we should acknowledge a couple people who really made a big impression today. The two girls who sang. Out of this world. I mean, they were professional. I expect to see them on American Idol. And I got to give credit to my wife, who's back there videotaping me, Nancy Red. And she's really good at it because she's a lecturer at our church, and so she reads quite a bit, and Chuck picked the right person to do it.
That was great.
And finally, Marcus, who I thought did an excellent job, very calm in performing the ceremony. Now, the background is, I'm his cousin Bob. Our dads were brothers. I'm the different one because my dad was born in Cardiff in Wales. His dad is a few years younger, and in between that time they immigrated here. So I'm the first one from a generation that was born over here. Chuck's really the second one. Now, we met Jane, Nancy and I met Jane about a year ago. We went to, took one of our trips. We're doing a lot of traveling while we're still able to stand up and talk like I am. We went to China and then spent a couple of days in Bangkok and then came back. And Chuck had called us and said, well, you guys are coming through LA. You've got to meet Jane. And, you know, we said, well, Jane I met on, you know, the internet and blah, blah, blah. And I've been going out with her. And it was just starting at that time because it was October of a year ago that we first met Jane. And so we landed in LA and called Chuck. We're here. I went to a restaurant. And 5 minutes after meeting Jane, I said to Chuck, you will never, ever be bored in your life again. This woman has taken multitasking to a new level. So, as many of you know, they decided they tried a few places to go. They both love to travel, obviously, and they, last May, they went to Africa. And they went to South Africa and Botswana, I think, and a few other places around. And if you folks read the papers, you will know that either at or shortly after they were there, the gold miners in South Africa went on strike. The Congo had a new civil war. Egypt threw out their president. Tunisia had an assassination. And, you know, they just laid waste to Africa. And all I heard from Jane was, I didn't like one airport. But other than that, I loved it. I just loved it. Now, in 3 days, having laid waste to Africa, in 3 days, they're going to France. France is not ready. They've got problems. Chuck has studied his parlez-vous, and they're going to drive through the Loire Valley and see some chateaus, I believe, and they're going up to Paris, and they're going to Fontainebleau. And I have decided to rechristen the bride as Jane of Arc. Hopefully they will never get near Orleans. If they're going there, I expect the French armies to start marching with the banners and the whole thing. And then they're going to Bayeux. Bayeux is famous for the Bayeux Tapestry. Brief history lesson. The Bayeux Tapestry is the story of William the Conqueror of Normandy, who came over to England, beat in 1066 Harold of Saxony, thus changed English history. However, there's this one huge tapestry, and it's very famous. So we listen to the BBC a lot. We're hoping, because we like global stars, we're hoping we don't get a story with a dateline from northern France that says there was this American couple on a honeymoon looking at the Bayeux Tapestry, and the bride, after going like this and measuring it out, decided she pulled out her Nordstrom measuring tape and decided it wasn't hung right. And so after making some alterations, the bottom line was half of it was unraveled and the other half was wrinkled. They're then going down the road about 30 miles or so to Normandy, which we expect in years to come will be known as the second D-Day. So they're coming back. They've got some. Their next after this trip, they're looking at Australia, New Zealand, and I don't think the Kiwis and the Aussies are ready for this invasion. I think Down Under is going to become over up by the time these two get through. Anyway, a little levity here, but it's Jane is a scream, as you all know, and I heard a few screams. So I've made enough levity of the situation. I think they're very happy with one another. Obviously, Chuck and I go back a long time, 70 years plus. So when we played together as kids, so I've known him probably longer than anyone else here. So he's happy. That's what this is all about. We're happy that all you people came. I've never seen a wedding where I think just about everybody showed up, and all the tables are filled. I think that's fantastic. That's a tribute to both of them, that you would think enough of them to take time out from what your busy lives are, whatever, and come to celebrate their day of happiness. So with that, raise your glasses, and Cousin Chuck and Jay.